everybody, Adrian here from Northfield Instruments, and today I've got one of our maple archtop octaves, our AT2. It's a really special instrument. I wanted to take a minute to talk a little bit about this specific instrument and the AT2s in general. As many of you know, we've been making our archtop octave mandolins for about 10 years now, actually a little longer than that. And we are just totally happy with the way this design has turned out, and we've gotten a lot of praise around the world as having come up with something really nice, ergonomic, and quite comfortable to play, but also that delivers quite a lot of sound for the ergonomic footprint that it is. This particular instrument has some upgraded features on it, including and especially our antique Cremona finish. This is really, if we can get a little close-up of this top here, this is really our favorite finish. It is the most difficult to do. It's a finish that takes many layers of process to adding color and sanding back color. And you know, the removing of the color, it seems kind of counterintuitive. Why would you make a new instrument and then remove things? But it's to get the shading that is not a distressed finish, but is much more akin to like a violin in the antique processing. So it starts with layers of brown that are removed and layers of the amber, which are then blended in by hand, altogether taking quite a long time, and it really complements sort of the era and look that we're going for, and it has been, you know, probably arguably our most famous finish that we featured on our F5 instruments, and since this is like a sort of a small version of would have been like a K5 mandocello back in the 20s that all had that style of finish. It's really cool to see it on our octave. And then of course the AT2 having maple back and sides, we've put some really beautifully figured maple on this instrument for the back, as well as the sides and the neck, if you can see that, which has this much like a violin style with the color removed. But yeah, it's just altogether a beautiful instrument. It's got our beautifully engraved pick guard, as well as our Buddy Nuggets design on the tailpiece. And unbound necks, really comfortable to play, and you know, high gloss finish that really shines it up nicely. This is as beautiful to look at as it is to sit and play. Our octave instruments are designed to really add that layer of texture in accompanying a voice. Really something, we call them the gateway instruments between the guitar and the mandolin. Really gives you that beautiful low register, but gets you creative, gets you thinking in a different way. It's not necessarily something you pick up to just you know, play the same tunes that you would on a mandolin. Our AT2, check it out. There's a lot of information on our website. There are a lot of artists recording with these instruments, including just some stellar players. So if you're wanting to find out who's playing our instrument and you want to be able to listen to it in that sort of recording setting, please reach out and we can give you a discography at this point of the many people that are playing it. All right, I'll stop talking. Let's listen to it again a little bit. You can really you know, hear the balance between the low and the high on this instrument, and I'll try to do justice here. Thanks for watching.